Do Seth. Do Seth.
Hey people, Seth here.
Hey, Seth.
The zone gives, and the zone takes. It gives
Ow.
acute radiation poisoning, which forces me to chain smoke Lucky Strikes and run around in a drunken haze. And
Heck
it takes
yeah.
my
The
sanity,
life.
as the anomalous object strapped to my belt sends Discord notifications directly to my brain, which
Oh.
is preferable because each time it makes me tweak out, I have to reload. And each time I attempt my
Nice.
driving practical, I fail to correctly yield at the poltergeist and fail
Yeah,
my
you gotta-
examination. While
You gotta,
I'm here,
you gotta yield at the poltergeist. You gotta be careful.
because being paid the equivalent of $50 to dodge mutants while unjamming my shotgun seemed like a good idea. Until I got burnt, irradiated, shocked, sucked
Ouch.
off, and soaked in
Ugh.
rain. My gas mask is more shard than glass. And the last artifact I found tried to eat me instead. I'm broke, tattered, and hungry, but at least I can see my next meal.
Delicious. Ground pork. Sure.
Sometimes the winning move is none at all. Why work when everyone does it for you? Forget the journey.
Nice.
I'm just here for a paycheck. What faction even is this? I have less than I started with, and the only possession
That's a good
I
faction.
ever had just got stolen by a telepathic hobbit. As I
What?
realize I've misclicked and accidentally eaten raw meat, I look at a photo
Delicious.
of my boy wife. One last time. But it's not
Goodbye,
all
my
bad.
love.
Each day brings a beautiful morning, and I've saved enough money to buy a new pager.
Ooh,
Strange. Feels a little
nice.
heavy.
Oh, shoot.
Remember, everything you ever do online is recorded. Even if you think to delete it, it's all being saved for future opposition researchers for when you finally try to make something of your life. But
Ow.
between you and me, I know you would never say anything weird. However, we don't know what's considered
yeah,
too much
right,
by the people
chat.
of tomorrow. Maybe our next generation of oligarchs made it big off a 6-7 rug pull. So now you're forced to live life in the
Nice.
shadows.
Very
lest
nice.
your new crypto overlords find one of your myriad posts mocking them
new
for falling
meme.
from the most obvious rug pull since Hogtua.
61.
Kind of like Roko's
61.
basilisk, but if Roko was repeatedly dropped on their head as a baby, this future must not come to pass. Download ExpressVPN. Every online
Brought to you
activity
by
goes through your IP
ExpressVPN.
address, and every site is writing
Moldver
it
is
down.
better.
One little number may not seem too compromising, but think about how many websites you give your personal information to. After all, you can't use Amazon without an address. All it takes is for one of these companies to sell your data, and boom, all of your personal information.
That
and
is a
post
very,
history are
very,
now
that is a site. That is a website. Supermodels on trampolines. How very strange.
one of these companies to sell your data, and boom, all of your personal information
Gone.
and post history
Forever.
are now easily accessible in one massive database. ExpressVPN protects you by routing all of your
By the way,
online traffic through a secure encrypted tunnel.
gotta let the
Whenever I want
man
to post
speak.
something, but
A beautiful young black woman is speaking. Listen and learn.
the enlightened thinkers of the future might take issue with. I
Nice.
just open the app,
Free of
pick a
thought.
country, and connect. Now, my burner accounts are truly anonymous, and thanks to ExpressVPN, I don't have to worry about getting put in a soul gem for posting Sam Altman as a rat trapped in a bubble. Find out how you can
Nice.
get 4 extra months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to
Yoink.
expressvpn.com.
Yeah, the London
Stalker
special.
Anomaly is a standalone total conversion that merges the original
Oh, combine gunship with big naturals. But yeah, a bit of a topical moment as of recording. Discord Checkpoint came out, and so did pretty much every single YouTube Rewind, whatever thing, recap, whatever, Spotify Wrapped. And if you can see it, I'm sorry, but your data is compromised. I'm sorry to say, but your data is compromised. You might want to turn that shit off. So, yeah.
games. Stalker Gamma is more than 550 configurable mods on top of Anomaly, and the best
Holy
experience
shit.
I've ever had. However, missing a single step in the 3-hour installation botches
3
the whole process
hours.
and puts you right back to the beginning. In response, GOG developed a single-click installation that handles everything.
Oh,
If
thank
you own a
God
copy
for
of Call of
GOG.
Pripyat, the Enhanced Edition, or Stalker 2 on GOG, you
Yeah, Yeah, the only good one, and then slop, and then slop.
You can add Stalker Gamma to your library. I've put them on sale. If you're too late for the sale, buy a CD key. If you can't afford a CD key, steal everything and install it manually. It's performance
Nice.
heavy, so while you're at it, find your nearest /r/PC Master Race meetup. Find out where they live and rob them at gunpoint. I recommend
Base.
formatting the SSD immediately, as it most definitely contains Lolicon, the Zone.
Oh. And it's not just that. It's the RTX stuff. It's the real bad stuff. Anyways, speaking of stealing PCs, yeah, good luck trying to build a PC now because as of recording, RAM prices are extremely super high. So, yep, have fun, boys.
Has a mind of its own, where everything works exactly as intended. Just don't alt
Working
tab
as
during a load
intended.
screen or you lose audio.
Oh,
Make
no.
sure you finish Lab X19 in one go, because that timer doesn't reset and you can accidentally soft lock yourself. And if you
Oops.
spent the last hour searching for a story artifact that can't be found, that's because it's been thrown out of map bounds by a graph anomaly, and your only
Of
option
course.
is spawning it yourself using the debugging console. Despite all this is still surprisingly stable. Now let's get to the meat
Still
of it. You can start
comparably stable than the actual games.
as any of the major factions. Would you like to be left alone as the whole map chimps out? Become a scientist. Would you like to do
Nice.
crime? Join the bandits.
Hell
Would you
yeah,
like to do
bandits.
organized crime. Join the government. But to experience most of the story content, you'll want to stick to something neutral. For a second playthrough, just turn on Warfare and play whatever. Unless it's Renegade, which is a documented form of self-harm. The Zone exists to the present day of 2018.
look at
The
that
Brain
beautiful-
Scorcher has been reactivated, and anyone getting too close is subjected to Blah D music.
Oh no. Not Blady! No!
Those who listen become mindless husks. Those who understand the lyrics join the ever-surging ranks of Monolith. The UN
Oh,
and
no.
NATO have cracked down on arms trafficking.
worse
a gun
than
is
death.
worth as much as the rust that's on it. Nothing new is coming in, and everything already here is scrap metal. Welcome to Gamma's progression system. It's actually very simple when you get down to it. None of your actions have any monetary value unless someone's paying. Luckily, there's a dynamic mission system, which ties into a sophisticated sandbox simulation that results in complete chaos. Take a request to clear out mutants. Complete it
All right.
automatically because the AI did it for you. Take a
Nice,
delivery.
very
Fail.
based. Yeah, just make the other schmucks do it. You don't have to lift a finger. You can just claim you did it.
Because your client took a shotgun to the face. Click every job on the task board without looking, and get very surprised as you hear the approaching rotors of a Ukrainian military. Situations arise, and coincidence stacks together to create interactions that are more ridiculous and bizarre than any scripted event.
Oh shit.
This is not an exaggeration.
Oh my god, the bro tried to do a martyrdom.
Anything can happen, and nothing is static. Anomalies move, radiation patches migrate, and factions go to war with one another, all in the course of a day. Act like a scumbag, and you'll end up in a body bag, as even your own faction would sooner kill a traitor than an enemy. Build a trustworthy reputation, and traitors will offer better supply.
Yep, that's because treason is, of course, the worst sin you could ever commit. I always bring that up. You fill in the blanks.
It's an ammunition. And for the rest, you're on your own. Perform enough work,
Oh!
and your clients will ping the location of a rare stash. These
Ooh.
contain a random set of tools. When everything is garbage, your only option is to fix it. Guns are a series of parts that can be field stripped, cleaned, and swapped out. Unless they're completely
Ooh.
trashed, in which case you need a full replacement. Lack of maintenance results in mechanical failure. While dirty,
Ooh,
warped, or
jam.
broken barrels turn bullets into glorified confetti. Equipment works a little differently. The condition and stats is the average durability of each component. Past a certain threshold, you can't repair directly, and the only way to restore them is by replacing the individual parts. But everything I've
How
described
intricate.
requires the appropriate repair kit for that category or complexity of gear, which can only be made with the appropriate set of tools. This is how Gamma incentivizes the player to go north. To progress, we have
North.
to push deeper towards the heart of the zone, which is why I didn't get expert tools until 100 hours in, because I spent all my
Whoa.
time building an incel bunker in the middle of raw stock. Virtually every
Nice.
challenge I've ever faced is an opportunity to engineer a
Oi.
solution. For example, I have
Hostile trash. But yeah, I wonder if he's gonna bring up the comparisons between this game, well, this mod list and Escape from Turkey.
A natural propensity for hoarding, which is why I craft and equip the highest possible carry capacity and still get overloaded. But with the help
Yep.
of my trusty chemistry
Always
set,
gotta-
I can take a bump of cocaine off my
Hell
knife
yeah.
and sprint at 200 beats per minute for the next few hours. This
Hell
works up an
yeah.
appetite, so I hotkey a bag of peanuts for consumption on the go. This is
nuts.
truly the most immersive experience. I tune up the
Super immersive. The Kenshi experience. That's awesome. That is super awesome. But yeah, this is completely different to Tarkov. Tarkov, yeah, I gotta extract and such. But Stalker, this one, well, it's Stalker. And it's single player. And it's you don't have to deal with rats.
G36, only to realize that every trader willing to sell to me is from a Warsaw pact, so they don't carry 556 NATO. Not a problem. As long as I have the appropriate casing, propellant, and projectile, I can hand load it myself. But bullets are expensive, so I disguise myself as a hoodlum, build a 3x3 box fort to encase my body, and as one of them passes by, I deconstruct it and stab them in the face.
Now those are some Vietnam ambush tactics.
In Gamma,
Damn.
you die quickly, and you die a lot.
Oof. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's a blowout, isn't it?
A single dog bite is a third of your health bar. If you don't have a bandage or anticoagulants, it'll quickly drop to 0. The camp isn't far, but your leg is completely raw, and running will only cause more fractures. So your best option is to reflect on your mistakes. Limbs take damage based on the location of the impact, with a multitude of fun and engaging disabilities.
Wow.
Treatment is a two-step process. We administer first aid to temporarily stop the symptoms, and to make the results permanent, we inject fentanyl. The success or failure of
the
my expedition
Fent.
is decided
Someone call oh gosh, someone better call Mari.
entirely by the raw quantity of Fent needles inside
That's a
my
lot
inventory.
of Fent.
But sometimes, you can't outsmart the zone.
Uh-oh.
If the sirens start blaring
Oh,
and comms
no.
suddenly go down, hide.
Oh no, blowout. Time for a blowout. Jesus.
Emissions and size storms are the zone's reminder. We don't belong here. However,
God
right after a
damn.
blowout is the best time to hunt for artifacts.
Yay! Artifact hunting
As
time.
anomaly fields soak the energy and result in their formation. Artifacts in Stalker are a bunch of passive stats. Artifacts in Gamma let you kick pseudo-giants to death and turn the
Boom!
game into Dark Messiah. Reverse
They're
the vector and
superpowers.
projectiles. Solo the entire late game with a fire axe. Reward your accuracy
Nice.
by accelerating each bullet faster than the last, until you accidentally miss, in which case your head explodes. Or sign a
Fuck.
pact with a zone, which is completely irreversible,
Oh no. Lucifer.
forcing you to feed it until there's nothing left to give, except yourself. But I wouldn't worry about that, because it's time for another sacrifice. Remember,
Hell
the
yeah.
clock is ticking. Artifacts are now amazing possibilities that end in
Holy
death or glory.
shit.
The same is true of anomalies. The base game could be described as a cluster of fart clouds, causing the infliction of incredible gassy, and your subsequent
Incredibly
demise.
gassy?
Compare this to a single anomaly in Gamma, which I can use to escape pursuing enemies by temporarily
Whoa.
pausing my existence and causing a time dilation several hours into the future. And unlike the sequel, mutants actually have value. Oh, succulent cooked dog. Delicious. Washed down with mineral spring, watered with blood of dragon, and herbal remedy infused with urine of incel virgin boy. That is an
Awesome. I love Chinese cuisine. Exquisite.
until you figure out
Succulent
all your needs can be
Chinese
met
meal.
by copious amounts of Monster Energy Zero Ultra. And from
Hell
there,
yeah.
you'll never have to sleep again. Look,
Monster
I'm not going to
Energy.
explain why a fracture's body contains marijuana. If you're going to take issue with a realism, explain female stalkers. Strugatsky stated clearly in the lore, there's no women in the zone, because their menstrual
not
cycles
lore
will sync
accurate.
up and wreak havoc in the sewer system. You can tell Gamma's priorities by the fact that there's an entire keyboard dedicated to switching between the side rail and the iron sights, configuring your red dot, turning on the infrared camera, switching the fire select, clearing a jam, relaxing your stance to show non-aggression, putting on your gen-free night vision, configuring its sensitivity, and rotating your
Holy
necks without
shit.
moving. This is tactical gun autism, because there's more than
Hell
100
yeah.
fully accurate reproductions from World War II to the modern era, to
Hell yeah. I love me some of that guntism. Exquisite.
which you can attach real-world scopes, suppressors, and underbarrel launchers. And it
Now
doesn't stop
this
there,
is why
because I
people
didn't
play
include tactical
Gamma.
conversions that fundamentally modify the entire frame. This is the whole point of Gamma. Paying
There it is.
200,000 rubles for a smuggled
Ruble.
Raytheon thermal scope, so I can 10x zoom on a toilet in pitch darkness and
Whoa.
appreciate the individual skid marks left behind. At night,
Beautiful.
Humble Duende comes out to forage.
Duende.
As they are small and unbaptized, a single bullet sends him straight to hell, where he
Nice.
belongs. I've played with the
Based.
default configurations, and I was just fine. Granted, I ran out of
Based.
matches at the start, and I couldn't save. But if you can't stay alive for even 3 minutes since your last quick save, maybe you shouldn't be here. PC gamers be like, quick save, quick load, when dad starts beating mom. Maybe this time she can survive the encounter, as she dodge rolls his belt pattern. But unlike Mother, we don't have to play victim. If you wanted to quick save normally, just open Mod Organizer and untick the plugin. If you want to tweak any of the individual settings, you can change many of them in the mod configuration menu.
Wow.
After all,
And there's like
it's
a
your
billion
experience,
settings.
and there's no one to
Jesus.
criticize you. I know this too well. Over 10 years ago, I was playing a roguelike on a train, and of all the
Oh.
worst things to
Also, chat, there's a bit of a little surprise behind you. Don't look. Unless you're into that stuff.
happen, a Polish man caught me save scumming by deleting the folder and
How
restoring a
dare
backup,
he.
and he simply shook his head in disappointment. This caused untold
Shame.
generational trauma, for which I am still
Shame.
seeking reparations. I've come a long way from stale bread and canned tomatoes.
Beans.
Now I roll with my squad as they glitch out and fail to correctly execute a bandit.
Come on. No. Aim for the head. Aim for the head. You don't need to make him suffer. Just
Andre, take 5 and watch me hit this dart. We can use your Save-A helmet as a bong to recirculate the THC. In
Hell
summary, I love
yeah.
Gamma, and I thoroughly recommend it. I no longer care for my responsibilities. It's consumed my life, and all I want to do is hunt artifacts for below minimum wage. As always, more
Very
content to come,
cool.
so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Stalker.
Hey. Whoa. I gotta lay off the Fent. I gotta lay off the Fent. You can already hear ModDB's servers scream already. Yep. Another Seth tied. Remember, when Seth makes a video on something, servers just completely die. Hey, stalkers. John Strellock here. Other channels mentioning piracy. You can get your games from alternate sources, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift. Wink, wink. Seth just straight up says, if you can't afford a CD key, steal everything. And yeah, there was a Mandalore video almost immediately after. Seth went to medical school, and yet he just told us to take anticoagulants to treat blood loss. Now that's fucking evil. And it's Romania's national holiday, which is 1201. Sidrovich, what the hell? Marked one, what the hell? But yeah, exploding pagers in a sponsor segment is crazy work. Mad respect. But yeah, thank you, GOG, for the one-click install. You've saved many people the headaches. God bless the Polish wizards. God bless the Polish Information Network.